Hello Pisces, this is your Tarot reading for the dates of May 28th through June 3rd. Welcome back subscribers, and hello to all viewers. This is going to be a wonderful reading, and there's going to be the additional joy of hearing message from beyond. And we're starting with the Five of Swords for all beautiful petite Pisces, pretty Pisces then. And pleasant Pisces, how about that? Let's go to pleasant Pisces. That way nobody feels left out. And we also have picked the Dreamer card in Doreen Virtue's Archangel Power Tarot deck, created with Radley Valentine. She renames the Fool card as the Dreamer. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck, the Fool starts out with the number, not number 1, but number 0. I think when these tarot decks were first conceived, that they were part of the court, that they'd have readers come and do readings for the king and queen, and so this was kind of poking fun. It was a delightful card deck, so it started with 0. So that's kind of a little ironic that it starts with 0, because that's the opposite. It's beginning a new path and that kind of thing. Starting out courageously on one's path, which is not nothing. It's the opposite of nothing. So in the 1600s at court, they had kind of a sense of irony. And I do get, let's come back to that sense of irony later on. Now let's talk about the Five of Swords cards. Here there's 5 unicorns, and they're all, it looks like they're all hanging out, maybe eating some fresh meadow grass together. And in this card, the message with this card is perhaps things haven't worked out exactly the way that you wanted, but to no avail, because the Supreme Being has you in her hands, and what appears to be a failure momentarily, in fact, turns out delightfully. There's kind of a sense, I do get the Moliere sense of irony here, because I know Pisces have a good attitude, and you can turn anything into a delightful adventure. I've seen it for myself. Some of you feel daunted by what was supposed to transform but has not yet appeared, so you feel like you just want to discard the whole thing. That's really not the Pisces way. Pisces are extremely adept people. They're not people that will just toss things away aimlessly without considering what would happen if they did so. So the shadow ego, maybe there's a desire for revenge, and or you're gloating momentarily, resting on your laurels. Maybe you're thinking only of yourself. And I know, I've known Pisces, and they, like everybody else, can go there for a while, but as soon as they get tired of feeling good about themselves, they push that aside and they venture on down the path of the Fool, and that's where we're coming to next. Again, I talked to you about how the number 0 here, there's a sense of irony. I think they were trying to tell people that this is actually having the whole world available to you, at your avail, because the Fool, the young Fool, the gentleman here, but it also talks to females, has the whole world ahead of him, and he ventures on knowing that he's young, spirited, healthy, maybe even athletic, and can meet anything challenge that conspires to meet him. But it's a benevolent universe. You know, you're taking the necessary steps forward with confidence, knowing what the goal is. Maybe the goal is spiritual maturity. Some of you need to venture away that you have all your answers and ask a professional about what is the best plan of operation. Yes, don't get frustrated by what looks like things are not happening. Don't lose your momentum. Ask a professional, listen to what they have to say, take it into consideration. If it's not exactly what you want to hear, but they know shortcuts to make things much easier, so that's why we value a professional's opinion. It could also mean unexpected opportunities, or just asserting your independence, because the Fool sets out, again, young and eager, young lad or lass, and they're, on some level, they have the Supreme Being with them, walking beside them, and he reassures the lad or lass that they have everything they need to meet any challenges. They're also talking about you Pisces, your ability to turn a negative into a positive. I've seen it for myself. They are quite adept at making things that look like that's the end go from topsy-turvy into to a positive position. And now I conspired with the Supreme Being and asked him, God, Goddess, he, she, what would she say to a Pisces to delight them and help them excel along their path? He, she's saying, good lessons are learned here. You are definitely on your path. Don't worry about any sense of loss. And welcome the trials, for they will fall away when you meet them with enthusiasm. Yes, that's basically what the Five of Swords card is saying, is that you will, depending on how you react to the events that are thrown at you, the chaotic events that are thrown at you, if you meet them with enthusiasm, that's the lesson to learn. That everything is momentary, that it's just an illusion. You know, Buddha sat under the tree. Well, this was in the movie The Little Buddha. And he sat under the tree and he learned the lesson that all of life was an illusion. And as soon as he learned that, everything that was tormenting him faded away. Recognize your ability to transform any situations. That's what God, Goddess is saying to you, Pisces. It is a kind universe. Restructure your thinking to accept your circumstances, and it will fall away. The problems that rise up to meet you as you walk your path, they will fade. What appears to be mountains that appear out of molehills, they will form molehills right in front of your eyes. But you just see mountains now, but that's an illusion. And then I'm going to ask spontaneously what the Supreme Being has to say to further your fine opinion of God, Goddess, and help you along your way. He's saying something about Pisces. You are fish, so swim with the other fish. Meaning, don't, perhaps one of you Pisces is underestimating the other fish that swim along with you in the school of life. He says that I've given you other fish to play with, you must play fair. And then he said as soon as you do that, all the obstructions will pass. I guess he's saying it's not a one-man show, Pisces. You shine so brightly, it feels fun. It feels joyful to shine brightly above all the fish that swim with you in the school. But he's saying, let the other fish have their adoration as well. And I'm just supposed to say real gently that one of you fish has lost her way off their path, and he's not judging you. He's just saying that just knowing that you've lost your way on your path, maybe you will come back to the path. Maybe the road that you're walking now will wind back to your path. And one last thing, please. He said any discomforts that you're experiencing now are momentary. All of life is an illusion. He says it's not so much what happens to us, it's how we react to the events that are laid before us. And thank you so much for honoring this video. You're such a kind and attentive audience. It's such a pleasure and so much joy for me to be able to create these videos. If you like the videos, please put like so it could reach other viewers. And thank you so much. I hope this week brings you much love and joy. Bye-bye, Pisces.